Hello everybody, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. And in today's video I will be going over the treasure spawn that just came out for Misonari and Liatsu. Alrighty, let's talk about the two monsters real quick. Misonari doesn't do much damage. Misonari is amazing support monster. It reduces ability cooldown time, so you get to attack quicker. It increases the cost recovery speed, so that means you got more cost to attack. And then it increases Unison gauge gain as well. So you're getting Unison gauge gain a lot quicker because of the reduced ability cooldown time to attack faster. And the cost to support the reduced ability cooldown time, so it really is a great monster to use. Cast Frenzy, so nullifies status alignments and debuffs. And cast Time Elements, so you're going to have a field buff with this monster as well that increases all stats by 30%, so that is pretty cool. And then we got Liatsu over here. Liatsu is a better monster to use when it comes to extremely later player versus enemy missions because of her hero. Her hero does more than Misonari's Frenzy, and on top of it, she reduces the action speed of the CPU, so that means they go slower as well. She does reduce the magic attack with that star element. It increases magic attack and attack by 40%, so it's not really worrisome because you're getting more of an increase than a decrease. Plus it's a star. If somebody casts a Kismet on all allies, those debuffs get switched to buffs, so it's not really worrisome. And she removes status alignments on all allies on top of it, so it's not bad as well. So this is a pretty nice treasure spawn because they offer some pretty nice monsters. Well, I'm not going to say it's a pretty nice treasure spawn, but it's a pretty nice monsters to be offered in the treasure spawn. As for the rates, there are none. Well, they're slightly more. It's literally the actual literal amount of a SSR spawn rate, so it's not lower or it's not higher, but the rates for the monsters will be dead, so keep that in mind. And in the summoning scroll, well, not in the summoning scroll, in the chest, the summoning scrolls will be hard to get. Will they be impossible? I wouldn't say they'd be impossible. The feature gear will be the most likely thing you will get from the jackpot. Yes, that's right. That means the 3k medals is not the most likely thing you'll get from the jackpot. In fact, I've done this spawn like this, I think like 5 times or something like that. Hit the jackpot 5 times or something like that. And throughout all those times, I've only gotten feature gear, that means weapons and armor, so those medals and summoning scrolls are going to be really hard to get. But on the bright side, they do offer 1,500 medals do just the random treasure spawns, so that means you'll be getting a random feature gear piece, possibly a summoning scroll or 3k medals, and on top of it, you'll be getting 1,500 medals if you manage to land on some of these chests, so that is super awesome and that is super good. So that way they offer another opportunity to earn a good amount of medals from this treasure spawn besides the jackpot, because through the jackpot it's unfair because literally 3k medals is probably something none of us are going to get. It is possible, but for the most part most of us will not get it if we do the treasure spawn. As for what they have to offer in here, they do offer a good amount and selection of stuff you can get from here, so that is pretty good as well. I definitely recommend going for this stuff if you don't have it. The young blood and the young blood armors, the eye patches, and then the weapons themselves, because they offer one of the best skills in the game, player versus player wise, art of attacks, and then they offer the art of physical damage down. Chance to greatly reduce physical damage if you'll use the gouge by 5, and then the weapons are chance to increase physical and magical damage when using an ability, and fill your usage gauge by 3. These are super essential. It's super good, let me tell you. Unison makes the world go round when you play this game for a long time. Well, when you don't play this game for a long time, when you get late game, you start to realize Unison makes the world go round, and with abilities like these, you're going to get so much more Unison so much quicker. Dueling a friend, right? And on the first round, it only took about 15 seconds. I already popped my Unison. I won I'm gonna say I won the duel because unlike him, I had these art of armors and they just popped instantly. Like I got to pop a Unison first round, I got to pop a Unison second round. I didn't get to pop it third round because he popped this before I could get mine up again. but I was almost close to actually doing that again. So these armors and weapons really do help. I highly recommend getting these. This is the skill I would make a priority to get if you want to become really good at this game. Trust me, this is the best skill out right now that you can get for your characters, both armor and weapon wise. With that being said, going on from there, they do offer some other stuff that you can earn. I definitely recommend going for this gun if you're going for something different, because it reduces the defensive magic defense by half by chance if this skill does get to proc. This relic right here gives a continuous heal, a small little continuous heal, so that's super good. And then the rest would be good for cost if you need stuff for cost as well. If you manage to have all this stuff right and you just need extra stuff for cost, that's also good. And then below here they have the seals. Seals are another great skill. I'm not going to say they're the best skill, but they're another great skill to have, because the seals help increase whatever it's supposed to for your class, like the HP for cleric, magic attack for archer, attack for lancer, magic attack for mage, and on top of it, it increases cost by 5. It increases how much cost you have by 5. So, and these aren't rare to proc either. These proc pretty commonly. So, I'm not gonna say off the bat you'll be getting 5 costs, but it'll happen every once in a while. You'll be able to get 5, even 10 costs, depending on how much of these you have. It really is a lifesaver. Whenever somebody pops cost recovery speed, I almost never run out because of these guys. These guys will always eventually proc for me. It will definitely happen. You'll definitely notice it during your mission at least a couple times, it procking, because it's not that uncommon. It really isn't. So you're going to be getting cost at a pretty decent rate depending on how much you have. 2 to 3 would be good. Even if you do it just one time, you'll still be able to notice that it should proc in the mission, so it's not really something bad. Definitely, if you're having trouble with cost, I definitely recommend getting these weapons. These gears right here are pretty good for player versus player when it comes to duel rooms and coliseums. Opening skills activate each and every round again, and I carry a good amount on me when I'm doing coliseum, and I carry a good amount on me when I'm doing the duel rooms, because they really do help out. And let me tell you, I've been able to beat archers before like that. And then these weapons are good if you need ability power boost for Tower of Judgment abilities. And then there's a I remember somebody in the comments saying they need something like, oh, none of these armors have it, never mind. So never mind on that. And then the rest is pretty much just fodder. I wouldn't recommend touching the rest unless you're going for like not even the droplets of Ether Awakening ore pieces, because they cost too much. And that's it for this video. I hope this helped out. I definitely go for the spawn if it was B, because again, I can't miss out on those skills. Those skills are very vital and super good to have. As for the monsters, I would go for them if this spawn wasn't so expensive personally, but since it is, I'm not going for those. I definitely want a couple of those lances though, and possibly some more armors, so that way I can freely infuse. But with that being said, I hope this helped out, and I will see you in the next video. This is the Azurewrath. I'm out. Peace.